In this video, we're going to learn how to set up and work with scanned avatars or avatars created in third-party software. We start by going to the Avatars tab and using the Add Avatar button to import the avatar we want to use. When the avatar is imported, the Customize Avatar dialog box is displayed. Here, we can set the angle and position of the avatar. If necessary, we can adjust the vertical and facing values so that the avatar is correctly displayed in the 3D window. By default, Mirror is selected. It is recommended not to clear this selection. If you do clear this selection, you can see the effect in the 3D window. Here, we can also change the units of measurement if needed. Once all set, we click OK. The avatar is now displayed with 3D anchor points shown as red circles hovering outside of the body. We will place these on the avatar using the Edit Avatar pane so that the application correctly recognizes each part of the avatar. The anchor points are directly related to the avatar's prepare position and therefore also the default cluster positioning for garment patterns. To assign the anchor points, we click on the name of the anchor points we want to assign. For example, we click chest. The body image is displayed with a green marker showing where we should assign the selected anchor points on the avatar. We can do the same thing the other way around by clicking on the points in the 3D window and have it highlighted in the Edit Avatar pane. To set the points in the right position, in the 3D window, we press Command and click on the avatar where we want to assign the anchor points. If we're using Windows, we would press Control and then click. Note that the previously assigned anchor point now shows marked green in both the 3D window and the Edit Avatar pane. The anchor points are divided into sections: center, and left, and right points. To have our points assigned symmetrically, we can select Symmetrical Positioning. This allows us to set anchor points on one side of the body, then automatically replicate it on the other side. If the pose or body is not symmetrical like this avatar, this option will remain unchecked and we'll set all anchor points manually. Now let's move on and position all our points in place. We will move one by one to make sure they're all in the right position by checking the reference image in the Edit Avatar pane. If we position a point wrongly, we can change its location by pressing Command and then clicking the correct position. If we were using Windows, we would press Control and then click. To complete the process, we need to check the avatar's prepare pose to ensure that the anchor point positioning is satisfactory. We click the Test Mode button to preview what the avatar would look like in prepare mode. Note, if the avatar has been created with a bind pose, this will become the avatar's prepare pose, and the following test mode process is not necessary. If the avatar does not contain a bind pose, then the position of the anchor points will determine the test mode or prepare pose position of the avatar. The results of the test mode can be modified slightly by adjusting the anchor point positioning. There will always be some geometry shape disruption in the shoulders and the hips. Don't be alarmed by the visual of the avatar. The garment cloth is able to simulate properly despite its shape disruption, and the avatar will gradually move back to its original pose during simulation. The goal of anchor point positioning is to produce a test mode that is somewhat symmetrical and minimizes the geometry shape disruption in the shoulders and hips. Here is an example of a before and after anchor point adjustment. Great. Now all of our anchor points are in the right position and we can save our avatar and start working. In this video, you've learned how to import and set up an external avatar. For more information, check out the Browser Help Center.